So it's going to go. I thought we were going to finish it up today, but we didn't. Thought we would probably do that Monday and get it over to the Senate.
Mr. Speaker, I read or listened to Brent's story yesterday about Representative Lowe accusing you of giving Representative Onder more time on the floor and giving him higher precedence in legislation because you are going to be a general consultant in his campaign. That criticism has been sort of bubbling up from a few people for a while. How do you combat that charge that you are giving him special treatment because you are working
First of all,
on his
it's
campaign?
not true.
Okay.
I don't control the floor, as you know. The floor leader does. If I did, I would probably still be debating my bill that he laid over. Secondly, Bob Onder is probably one of the foremost pro-life leaders in the House since he showed up here as a freshman. The bill that he did this week was a caucus position. We have a process for establishing caucus priorities and positions, and that was one of the ones that was picked early on in January, long before there was ever a congressional race for him to consider. The immigration bill was the same way, and both those two bills, if I'm not mistaken, are similar bills Representative Onder did last year as a brand new freshman. He jumped into the fray and was a leader. So these are issues that Bob Onder has worked on since the day he got here. These were planned early in January as caucus priorities. He happened to be the guy carrying them, and we've just now been able to get him up on the floor where he's in a position to hopefully get him passed. And I applaud him for his efforts, and whether he's working with me or not has really nothing to do with that. I will tell you, I'm tickled to death to be working for him. I think he's a great candidate, and primarily the reason I do is because of those issues like immigration and pro-life and his stances on them, and the strong conviction that he shows is one of the reasons I decided to get behind him in his bid for Congress.
Have you relieved him of any of his committee duties since he's decided to run for Congress?
I put him on the Rules Committee, which is a really key committee because he's such a, this was, before he was ever going to run for Congress. But I looked, just like we do a lot of members when they tell us they're busy or they don't have time for certain things, we make adjustments. And we decided, I wanted to make an adjustment because I needed someone that, was going to be able to totally, that's a tough committee. I mean, that committee meets almost every day during session. And so he's already got a lot of healthcare committees that he's on leading that, and I just felt like with him running for Congress, that might be more than what I wanted to put on him.
There are two other people who are running for Congress who might want that same deal. If they
I'd be happy if Danny Moore would come to me and say, "Hey, I want to get off a committee because I'm busy." Be happy.
She hasn't done that yet.